VAL, everybody.
Keep it going for Matt. There he goes. Come on. Nice mo, buddy. Good to be here, you guys. This is awesome. Absolute comedy. Make some noise. That wasn't a joke. My shirt. Why don't you laugh at my hair? Like, of all the things to laugh at, you laugh at my shirt? Jesus, I think I have to get this out of the way. I have to talk about it. Today, I went to a black hair salon. It's okay, I'm fine. But I went to a black hair salon today because this weekend my girlfriend's sister is getting married, so I have to get it tightened up because, like, there's like mud and shit in there. So I had to get it tightened up and I had to make it look nice, and the salon artist was like, I have an idea. I have something that kind of looks formal for a wedding. I have a good idea for it. I'm gonna put it up. And like, I don't really like this at all, but I'm really glad it turned out this way because you guys, I'm the proud owner of a fucking Dreadmullet. This is awesome. This shit is unprecedented. I look like a redneck Rastafarian. It's amazing. Fuck, man. Today for dinner, I celebrated. Today for dinner, I had jerk chicken. I washed it down with Pabst Blue. It was fucking great. Next week, I'm gonna have a bongo drum circle in my trailer. You're all invited. Business at the front, party in the back, purple haze everywhere else. So, you guys have a good Remembrance Day? I don't know if that's a question, if that's a thing. You remember? You remembered well? The thing is, like, I know that question doesn't make sense, but in JK, when I was a little kid, that's what I used to think Remembrance Day was a day that you just exercised your recall and just remembered as much of your life as you could. So little 5-year-old me is sitting in class like, come on, I know I've done some shit, think. So yeah, in kindergarten when I came home from Remembrance Day, my mom entered the room. My mom goes, so Al, what did you do today for Remembrance Day? What did your class do? I was like, oh, I remembered Alex's birthday at Chuck E. Cheese. I remember the color blue. I like the color blue. Just so proud of myself. So, and like my mom loves that story, and she tells it to my family every single get-together. She just loves talking about it, but she gets the story wrong every time. And it's hilarious, because her version of the story, she laughs at me, and I cry and I shit myself and run away. Which isn't true at all. When I was 5, there were 2 things in the world that I cared about. Ninja Turtles and like pressing my dick up against the carpet because it felt good. So really, in reality, like what she thinks happened is wrong. What actually happened was I came in and she said, what'd you do for Remembrance Day? I did the thing and she left and I was like, okay. Oh, this is good. Oh, I remember that I like this. I remember that as well. Ninja Turtles. Recently, a female friend of mine told me that before she goes down on a guy, she'll smell his junk first. Which, I know, right? It took a weird turn there. Follow along. It'll make sense. Don't worry. So, and like the statement struck me as odd, and it wasn't the fact that she does it. That makes perfect sense to me, because we all learned when we were little to smell things before we licked them. Like, that's a fact. Everybody's got a story. For me, it was a penny. I licked it, I was like, lesson learned. I didn't care for that at all. But the thing, what caught me off guard about the statement wasn't the fact that she does it. I got caught up wondering how she goes about smelling this guy's junk. And I think that the method she uses has to have a lot to do with what a penis might smell like. For example, she's not sniffing the tip like a rose, like, Oh no, she's smelling it lengthwise like a moist cigar. She's like, And while she's on the penis, does she smell the balls like an aged brandy? Is she swishing it like that? I detect a hint of oak in your balls. Very aged. Very aged. Does anybody miss Oprah Winfrey at all? No. I know, I'm just jumping along at a weird clip, but whatever. I don't really miss Oprah that much. There was only ever one Oprah episode that I ever watched in her entire career, and it'll always stick out in my head because it was just so bizarre what happened on it. It wasn't like the typical she has a celebrity on or has somebody who got diddled and like everyone cries. It was... Or a giveaway where she's just fucking giving out washing machines or whatever. So this episode struck me as odd. And it'll always stick out in my head. 5 years ago, she had this Jamaican couple on her show that for one reason or another, they couldn't conceive a child, right? Like his or her tree was unfruitful or he just came yogurt. I don't know, I wasn't there. I didn't ask. I don't know. But the thing is, so they did what any couple would do in that situation. They did what any normal couple would do. They adopted a baby hippopotamus. I'm serious. They built ramps in their house. They dug a huge hole in the backyard and filled it with hose water. They fed it whole watermelons or midgets or whatever you give a growing hippo. So the thing is, this Jamaican couple, it happened 5 years ago. So I wonder, like, they must be getting in arguments all over the place, just over nothing. Like, the wife comes down, she's like, Jimmy and Christmas be fast approaching. We must think about getting a gift for our boy. I don't give a shit, he's a hippo. What the fuck do you get a hippopotamus for Christmas? I've had enough, I want a divorce. Well, you can't even cook, he's gonna be hungry all the time. Thanks a lot, guys. My name is VAL.